Today I am ranking every single assault rifle here in Battlefield 6, and I'm going to be ranking these on a scale of 1 to 10 on how effective I think they are. So if you happen to enjoy this video, be sure to do me a favor and give it a like, and also subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of my future content. Let's get into it. Our first gun up here today is going to be the TR7. This thing's, it's got some kick. Yeah, it does. The TR7's not an AR you use for distance literally whatsoever. This thing is purely for closer to medium range. It is kind of like that hybrid, as it also really only has 20 rounds in the mag, really at max. I think it's a 30 round mag, but still way too many points. So if you're going to use this thing, it actually will hit, but keep in mind you will pay the price otherwise with recoil, magazine size. Not really going to be that great for, especially for bigger maps and bigger modes. Not going to be great for you, but it hits hard. It does hit hard, and that is a reason to like it. That's a reason enough to like it. Guys, let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite AR to use and why? Be very interested to see. I'm sure this might be someone's favorite. Free, also free. Nice. Damn. Want to max out all of your weapons to level 50 and unlock the new Unstoppable Force variants ASAP? Check out MITCH CACTUS. They're the absolute best and most reliable in Battlefield 6 and Call of Duty. Whether you want to increase your own level to 500 or get help completing challenges or even the campaign, they've got you covered. Everything is completely safe and legitimate for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. They're super trusted by the community, and you may have seen them all over YouTube, and that's for good reason. With over 19,000 reviews and thousands of personalized vouchers, they're the go-to for all things Battlefield. Use code Chuck for 5% off. I did forget to rank the TR7. Not really an AR, not really an SMG, kind of good at both things, and kicks like a mule. I'm gonna say about a 6.5. All right, gentlemen, next up on the list here is gonna be the B36A4. This actually could be one of the best ARs in the entire game. You're looking at really solid bullet velocity, relatively easy to control recoil. I mean, it does kick, of course, but overall, this is a pretty solid AR. There we go. That was free. Yo, how did I just grapple onto that? There we go. Also, I will say the bloom is not that bad. And the recoil, like, I like, at least with the, the build I got. I mean, this thing is seriously effective. I mean, even at close range, still really, really good. I don't know why we have dudes doing mortar challenges in this, but we're gonna go get his ass. Yeah, I think he just spawned right there. I'm not gonna cap. Let's pick him off. Oh, teammates got him. Got him. Got him. Yup. Gentlemen, I mean, we're popping off right here. We're going nuts. I love this thing. Honestly, if I'm gonna rate this thing, I'm probably gonna give it a solid like 8 out of 10. This is like 8 to 9 out of 10. This is really, really good. Next up though, same game. We're gonna be using the M433. So the M433, obviously first AR you get. It's got a relatively high fire rate. The recoil is a bit harder to control. And also as a result of that harder to control recoil, the overall accuracy of this thing definitely falls short. I wouldn't say it's as accurate, nearly as accurate as that B36, but it is better for closer range because of that higher fire rate and maybe a slight bit more mobility. I don't want to get too technical on these like damage profiles and stuff. I just want to show you guys like, hey, like what's actually good, what can you feel in game, what actually makes sense. I mean, I could read you guys stats all day, but is it really going to matter? No. Yeah, I mean, it feels good. Honestly, genuinely feels good. I will say this is a pretty solid AR for them to have started people out with, just because it can kind of do a little bit of everything. Yeah, the camping I'm dealing with this game on these guys' end, I mean, maybe it's sparked by my teammates, but dude, ugh. Ooh, burst fired him a little bit. Or tap fired, I should say. If anything, gentlemen, I think I'm gonna probably give this gun probably like a 6. It's just more a little bit above middle of the road. It's great. It's pretty solid, but it doesn't particularly excel in any way that I want to use it all the time. All right, next up, we have the Cord 6P67. I know people are going to make jokes out of that. All right, to get into the Cord here, the Cord is undoubtedly one of the best ARs in the entirety of this game. It's got an incredible rate of fire, pretty manageable recoil. It's great for multiplayer. It's great for Redsec. The overall damage profile on this thing is not anything absurd, but it's just with the rate of fire, the recoil, it's just got great controllability. And when you pair that with the fact that, I mean, it's a relatively easy unlock, people have taken quite a liking to it, including myself. It is actually one of my favorites to use. I mean, it's also really solid for a variety of ranges. Like, to put it in perspective, when I'm just running around and like, I'm like, maybe when I'm gonna sweat it out, the Cord's gonna be a gun that I'm gonna use. Nice. I'm playing against some rats, high key. All right, I gotta play probably a little bit more defensive this game or something. There we go. If I'm gonna rate the Cord, I'm probably giving it like a 9 out of 10, something like that. Like, this is one of the best guns you can possibly use. For like everybody out there, it is really, really good. Next up is gonna be the SOR-556. So the SOR has been one of the most consistent ARs in the entirety of this game. Get back in the fight here, teammate. Get back in the fight. Hold up. Largely because of its very low recoil, and so it's just very easy to use. I'd say relatively low bloom, which means that you can fire for extended periods of time without much issue. And because it has low recoil, you can use it for a variety of different scenarios like multiplayer and Redsec, and it's a pretty low level unlock. Oh my god. I didn't... Hold up. I was gonna say, I didn't even see that guy down there. The only downside you're running into here with this gun is its overall rate of fire. Maybe not being as fast as you like, so you get caught in some closer quarter situations like, you know... unlike the you would with the Cord, where you might be a little bit, you know, out of luck. Hey, as I say, you just gave me a little Sui res, and I appreciate that, and free kill. Overall, this thing is very, very effective, and I mean, you can see that this is just very easy to use. I like it quite a bit, honestly. If you'll notice the way I'm playing with it, I'm actually kind of sitting back, posting up a little bit instead of being super aggro and running at everybody, you know, head on. Well, every AR, every gun in the game has its own relative playstyle you should have to be aware of. And this is one of those things where, hey, you know, you shouldn't be running around getting in people's faces like you would with the Cord or an SMG or something like that. But the SOR. Nice. There we go. Hold up. Can we get a nice little third? Did he die or? Don't Sui res. Actually, I do love medics that do that. It does allow me to farm out their teammates for some free kills. Thank you for padding my stats. Ooh, we got some else. Dang. In the bushes? So y'all let me know in the comments below. Are you vibing with the SOR? Is this one of your go-tos? Why or why not? I mean, this definitely would be on my list. He's still in there. I had to check it. A little aim assist kicked in. If I'm gonna give this thing a ranking, I'm probably giving it like a 7.5, maybe 8 out of 10. Really solid all around. Now we got ourselves the MVO-228E, aka what a lot of people like to call the AMAX. So this gun right here, unlike the SOR, has a bit of a higher fire rate and also a higher damage profile. Like, instead of doing 25 damage, it does 33, as you can be able to see in the menus, which is very nice. There we go. And as a result, it's very, very hard. Like, actually, almost sometimes unreasonably hard. So, I really like using this thing. Oh my god, that is way too many people. I'd say an issue you might run into is the fact that it does have some decent recoil. So if you don't got some proper attachments on it, it will definitely fight you on the overall recoil pattern. So that's probably a decent downside for a lot of people out there, is that, hey, you know, if you don't got thumbs, this thing's gonna be a little bit tough for you to use. But hey, we got the right setup and you got some thumbs. This is really lethal in the right hands. I knew there was somebody in there. Bro, can you die? Thank you. Being posted up in a bus is kind of diabolical work. Nice. I will say this is one of those guns that I don't particularly enjoy running with a like a larger zoom optic. It is just not that gun for me. If I'm gonna run this, I'm throwing on like, you know, this 1.7x, something like that, and that's really gonna be about the extent, because I like being pretty aggressive when I use this. Oof, I almost turned on him. If I'm gonna rank this thing, I'm probably giving it like an 8.5 out of 10. I love it. All right, now we got the AK4D. This AR is pretty interesting because it doesn't have a high fire rate, but it has a very high damage output. Recoil is a little bit up there. I mean, it's not terrible, but obviously it's not that great. This is one of those guns that personally, I haven't really found much of a groove with. And I haven't managed to like it all that much. It hits hard, don't get me wrong, but maybe it's just not my gun. I'm seriously interested to see what you guys think about this one. This reminds me obviously a lot of, if you play Call of Duty, like the G3. Maybe kind of a noob for saying that, but the G3, G3A3, whatever you want to call it, you know, that's it. This is exactly what it reminds me of. I'm sure it's basically the same thing. That also might piss some Battlefielders off if I call it the same thing, but what it reminds me of. There we go. I will say it does take people out pretty quickly. Obviously, the correct build does go a long way. That is for sure. And I mean, it's still frying. It's frying. Maybe I have to give it a bit more of a chance, but it seems like with so many other good options, this is just one of those things where I'm like, you know what? I'm perfectly fine if I don't use it a whole lot. Dude, fucking respawn. Ooh, turned on him. Hold up. That DRS I just died to, that is essentially an AR. Dude, I have teammates that have been actually like really holding out, waiting for the res. It's like, brother, I know we're playing Battlefield, but this is also like domination. There you go. Nice little two-piece and vibes. Yeah, if I can get a bigger magazine on this thing. He's ADSing me, dude. Overall, if I'm gonna rank this thing, I'm probably giving it like a 5 out of 10. It's very middle of the road for me. I don't like it. I don't hate it, but I'm really not gonna choose to use it much. All right, for the last AR we got the L85A3. So the L85A3, I think, is a little bit more on the slept-on side, just because it takes a little bit longer to get it. It's one of the last ones I believe you actually unlock, short of just like for ranking up, not necessarily about challenges. But when you think about it, I mean, it's got a really solid rate of fire. The damage profile is pretty dang good. It's relatively middle of the road. I'm not going to get into all the nitty-gritty statistics because I frankly don't really care for that. This thing is overall very usable in a variety of scenarios. It doesn't matter if it's multiplayer, if it's Redsec. I mean, you can throw a red dot on it, you can throw something higher zoom on it, and you're relatively going to have good success. I mean, it's a pretty, like I'd say, user-friendly gun. It's not like it's the TR7, where that thing is nowhere close to user-friendly. I'm not sure what it is about domination, but we have people playing like serious weirdos, like camping their OBJs and just like sitting back, like not even running around. It's super odd behavior. Like, what are we all doing, gentlemen? What are we all doing? We do something with this, like. See, I'm liking how this thing feels. Push up. There we go. Got him. Okay. And we have dudes actually up here. So we're just camping way up top. Ladder. Gentlemen, we're kind of on a bit of a tear. I'll tell you this right now. We are on a bit of a tear. See, I like this thing quite a bit. I mean, you can see it's being demonstrated, I think, very effectively. Yo. I'm actually going to need some ammo here. Yeah, I'm actually genuinely going to need some ammo, bro. I definitely just kit swapped in order to be able to pick up some ammo. So seriously, what I want to know in the comments below from you guys is, overall, what is your favorite AR? What do you enjoy using? It doesn't got to be like statistically the best. It can just be something that, you know, hey, you vibe with. It feels good when you personally use it. There's honestly also not really an AR or gun so far that I've used in this game that I'd say is, hey, this is trash. Like, you shouldn't use it. I'm actually very happy that that is indeed the case, where you have a lot of things that are indeed viable. Didn't realize that. Oh, see ya. Aha. Oh, and back up we go. Now, I don't even know what type of streak I'm on, but I'm still going. I'm still going. So if I'm going to give this an actual rating, I'm probably going to give it about like an 8.5 out of 10. This is really solid all around, really fun to use. I like it. And of course, you guys just saw, I absolutely dominated with it. Quick reminder, if you guys happen to have enjoyed this video, enjoyed this ranking, and want to see more vids like this, be sure to do me a favor, drop a like on it and subscribe with notifications turned on. I'll see y'all next time.